Click. Alrighty. Welcome to the PSBS, as the PlayStation podcast. I'm your host, Coach T, PS and Bye Boys. My coach here is
Andrew Arenas double is
yes, and here we are with episode 48 now.
48.
48
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
Oh, not again.
Well, we
No doppelganger.
no doppelganger. No, yeah, we took last week off, kind of, sort of. We did record an episode last week, but we ran some technical difficulties, which is something that happens here. But it's been a while since we had technical difficulties, so it was just this
Yeah,
one.
it's been a while. And then I'll kind of have to say, so that people aren't worried about this one, that not a lot happened. And it was just like, okay, it wasn't anything to like.
I like last week's episode. I mean, I think we cursed a lot on that one though.
But it was just, I mean, but there was like so little to talk about that we went off topic.
Yeah, we were like doing long, kind of like off-topic stuff about certain
That's,
games and whatnot.
But that's probably not going to happen.
No,
Unless something leads into another, and then that kind of deal.
which is possible. But
Yeah, that.
but this is 48, almost a 50, two away from 50. So big episode there. Figure something out. But we have a lot of news to cover because a lot of stuff happened this week, and maybe we'll touch on some stuff from last week. But we got to get going. Let's go over some news. Good stuff this week.
All right, we'll get to it. The train's leaving.
Get to it. Yeah. So let's start with what we usually start with around this time. The PlayStation Plus games were announced this week.
Ooh.
February.
What we got? What's the drop?
All right, it's loading up so we get right. So starting February 2nd, your free game for PS4 includes Nova 111 or 111 or 111, however you would say that.
111. Like Vault 111.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Nova, and that is a cross-buy game across PS4, PS3, and Vita.
Ooh,
so you get all three things. You also get Nom Nom Galaxy for PS4. Also, the big one for the month for PS4 is Helldivers. And that will be
Helldivers.
Yes, and that will be cross-buy across PS4, PS3, and PS Vita. Because Helldivers is cool. I mean, I never played it, but it is one I'm interested in. It's a top-down shooter. It's really hard difficulty, but it's got like the awesome like cross-play across all three systems. Vita can play with PS3, PS3 can play with PS4, PS4 can play with PS3, play with Vita. Really interested to check that one out when that comes next month. On PS3, we're getting Persona 4 Arena Ultramax.
Oh, I heard good things about that one.
It's Persona. You're always going to hear good things about Persona.
I mean, that one in particular.
Yeah.
Sounds really good.
And on PS3, you're getting Grid Autosport.
Ooh, Grid Autosport.
Yeah, the racing game. And on Vita, we're getting Lemmings Touch.
Seems like all the other Grid games were like free on PlayStation Plus at this point.
Yeah, probably so. Usually a lot of racing games
Remember
are free.
Grid 2 or something like that was free at one point?
I think so. So,
I wonder if they're going to come out with a Grid on PS4.
Maybe.
Grid was okay.
Okay, I never played it.
I played it for a little bit. It was fun.
Anyway.
It was that mix between
arcade and realistic.
Arcade, yeah.
Yeah.
In a way. Yeah, I'd say. Need some more racing games on PS4. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sure Drive Club has been transformed. I mean, I'm sure it's been transformed into a great game at this point, but I want a little more, you know.
You know what racing game I want, but
well, yeah, but I don't know. I was like playing some like old classic like racing games like on the original Xbox. Don't ask how I was playing on the original Xbox, but I'm like, you know what? PS4 needs some games like this. Just like old classic racing games. So like any other classic racing games that are out there for the PS2. Now I know the obvious ones that you could put on there, the Gran Turismo ones for as PS2 classics on PS4.
Oh, that's not the one I was talking about.
But like, you know, you have the other Burnout PS2 games.
Yeah, Burnout.
Bring those. I just want some more like racing on the PlayStation 4. I want more stuff behind the wheel.
I just want Burnout, man. Burnout's like my favorite like straight racing series, you know. And I would love anything if it'd be the PS2 classics coming back, if they did a remaster of Burnout Paradise, or hell, just give me a brand new game for PS4. I just want something, you know.
Yeah.
But
oh well.
Oh well. But anyway, yeah. But anyway, yeah. But these are your plus games. Helldivers is the big standout one right there. Um,
It's solid. Nothing to get overly excited about, but
no, but
it's solid.
I don't think it's not too hard to complain about. But
It is.
people will. So,
Because there's no high profile game.
oh, triple A
Mm,
game.
mm.
But it doesn't even
But
matter because
we've talked about that.
even once they do finally put a triple A game out, it's probably gonna be when most people play it anyway. You know.
So then people even complain about that
Playing
one
like,
too.
oh, they finally put a triple A game, but it's one I played already. And I'm like, well, what do you expect? They're not going to give a brand new triple A game for free. Yeah.
Wait, which one could I say for like we're no, not Lego Avengers. I mean, next month. Where's Dying Light?
Oh, yeah, Dying Light,
Let's
the
see
following is
the
free.
complete edition. Yeah, where's my Dying Light complete edition? Ugh, the worst.
Oh,
But
boy.
we've explained in great detail about 4 or 5 episodes ago about that.
Yeah.
No, at the beginning of the year we did.
Oh, yeah,
Talk
we did an in-depth thing on this last month with last
Oh
month.
yeah, that was very in depth.
So, yeah,
And I think
yeah,
that's a pretty I think that's a pretty conclusive reason at this point
yeah,
why we don't have AAA games on PS4 for PS Plus.
yeah.
Because so far we've only had Injustice in terms of like a major publisher, kind of game, I guess. But whatever, a game's a game. Just take it or leave it. On Plus, it's free. You need it to play online. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
But I understand. I understand that people are maybe a little frustrated that they're not getting excited over these Plus games, but give them a try.
Yeah, check out that Helldivers and all that good stuff. But, anyway. But we mentioned PS2 classics and remasters and
Yeah,
remakes and whatnot.
more
Uh,
PS2.
yeah. But speaking of remasters, one has been confirmed this week.
Ooh, which one?
Sega has confirmed that Valkyria Chronicles Remastered is coming to North
Ah,
America in spring of 2016. The game will
yeah,
feature will be 1080p, 60 frames per second, featuring Japanese and English audio. It'll include original DLC and trophy support, and it'll retail
yeah.
for $29.99.
I mean, that's not bad. I mean, the game is quite long from what I heard, so that's fantastic. I mean, we waited for this one a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Considered one of the greatest PS3 games by many.
Yes.
So I'm really excited to actually get a chance to play this on PS4. Sounds fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's like you. It's like it's the one thing I heard so much good stuff about, but I never actually got around to playing it.
Mm.
Um, but I mean, this is great. It's coming because Sega's bringing it to North America because a lot of people were worried if it wasn't going to even come to North America. But it is, and it's at a nice fair price, $29.99. They're not charging $50-$60 for a game
60
that's
old.
10 years old,
Oh my
almost
gosh, yeah.
10 years old. I don't know what that game. I
Like
think
at
it came
this
out.
point, you think I was all like, we're not really putting out great games anymore, so we'll
I
just.
don't know. But I mean, if this does well, it might, obviously respark interest in the franchise because there is a
Yeah,
sequel, but I think they did it
on
only
the
for
PSP.
PSP. Yeah, it was only on PSP, Valkyria Chronicles 2, and I think there was a 3, but it was only in Japan. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Maybe.
Maybe, I'm
So
not sure.
look, the people out there, the anime people, will get me if I.
They're gonna, yeah, somebody spam the comments. There is no Valkyria Chronicles 3. Don't tease us. And I'll be like, I didn't know. I don't know. I thought there was like a certain game they did, and it was only in Japan. Like it didn't get a Western release or something. I don't know, but just
I'm
guessing.
treading on careful waters.
Yes, tread lightly. Tread lightly.
Because I'm not gonna dwell on this too much, but once I was talking to some Pokemon friends of mine about
Oh
Detective
boy.
Pikachu that was announced this week, and I was like, oh, so is this like the first time Pikachu is like a Pikachu, not the Pikachu we
Yeah.
know and love, a Pikachu spoke, and they were quick to say no, this is not actually the first time a Pikachu has spoke. There was that Game Boy Advance game where like all of them are on the island or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what it was called, but
Probably
I
Dungeon
remember that
Mystery or
game.
something. I don't know.
Yeah, Dungeon Mystery or something like that. And yeah, a Pikachu talks like in a native language.
I can just
So
picture it like some like Planet of the Apes thing. Like Pikachu spoke, and his first word was no.
Rise of the Planet.
Yeah, Rise of the Planet of Pikachu's.
I mean, if Detective Pikachu could grow to be that smart, right? Mm,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, there
But
you go.
yeah, that's my side thing about Detective Pikachu, though.
You
Looks
had to,
fantastic. I can't wait to watch it.
yeah, you had to find a way to bring that in the show.
I did.
You did. But anyway,
Check
but
it out
hey,
next week if you live in Japan on 3DS.
yeah, but 3DS is a handheld system. And speaking of handheld systems,
mm.
we actually have some Vita news.
Yeah, there is actually quite a bit of Vita stuff to talk about. We'll get to it right now.
There's some it's some good, some bad, a little bit of both. It's all here.
Oh, that's right. Oh, well, can you actually start out with the bad first?
Well, I don't know if this is bad, but let's just
But
see.
it seems not good. I think I know what you're getting at.
Well, let's see. So it was announced. It was announced this week that Civilization Revelation 2 Plus has been delayed again on Vita. Um,
Oh, no.
yeah, Civilization Revelation 2 was supposed to launch this week on Vita. Because it was originally delayed. It was supposed to come out back in December last month, but it got delayed. It was supposed to come out this week, and now it just has a release of spring 2016, the current date or window. Um, I mean, it sucks because I really want this game on Vita because I love the Civilization and all that, so I would love to have that on Vita. So it kind of sucks, but I mean it's good because it goes to show that 2K is taking their time with it. They're not just
Yeah, so
jumping.
it's not gonna just be like a half-ass sport.
Yeah, so it shows they really are taking their time with this. Like we want this to be good. It doesn't want to be just a quick port dump on Vita, from the iPhone version or DS version, or whatever version they're copying this from, basing this on. Um, so it's good and bad. I mean, like I said, I really want this. I really want Civilization on Vita. I'm excited to play that. I'll be playing the hell out of it when that comes out. So
Now I'm gonna also ask a question of this about the new Vita firmware.
oh, I don't have that, but yeah, there was a firmware this past week, and all it did was take the Facebook out of your Vita.
And it's causing some problems for some people.
I don't know. I don't know about that
Yeah,
part.
that's what people were saying. I should have had the full report of it, but yeah, it seems like the newest Vita update is causing some problems with people. Causing some problems with people.
Man, it's making
Uh,
them vomit and everything. It's crazy.
yeah. Well, I mean, the witness is doing that for you. Have you heard about that?
Oh, the witness is giving people nausea.
The witness?
The witness, yeah. Is he giving people nausea? What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know what Jonathan Blow is doing.
I don't know.
Let me see. I'm trying to Japan. We are doomed. Yeah, the Vita update is causing all sorts of problems. This is from Kotaku. A newly released Vita update is preventing some users from accessing the PlayStation Store on Sony's spunky little handheld. It's also draining some people's batteries. All good times all around. Vita users start reporting problems with update 3.57 earlier this week on forums like Reddit and NeoGAF, and I confirmed them for myself last night. When I tried to connect to the PlayStation Store, the screen remained at "Please wait" for upwards of 10 minutes before ultimately giving up. Jeez, the guy waited there 10 minutes? This morning, my battery appeared to be draining faster than it ever was. Here's hoping it'll be fixed soon, but we reached out to Sony, and they haven't commented yet. I don't know. I mean, this might be something. I mean, this is all sorts of problems. I mean, if it is draining your battery and not letting you access the PlayStation Store, that's not cool, but...
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. I haven't heard about that. I haven't actually updated my Vita to the new firmware, so maybe I should wait on that.
Maybe, yeah, so then you could get like another 0.1.
Yeah, because I don't know. That just sounds scary. So I'll probably wait down to update my Vita. So I can't confirm on my end if that's true or not. Not.
Yeah, well, I haven't touched my Vita in a long time, so I don't know. Oh, and then I have the other. What else do you have for the Vita before we could get to like kind of the bigger news of the Vita?
Yeah, but yeah, but I'll be playing on my Vita a lot when Civilization Revelation 2 comes out.
When it comes
But
out.
yeah, but when it comes out, yeah. But also in Vita news, this week, Lego Marvel Avengers was released this week, and what's really neat about it is that it's been released on Vita, and what TT Games has announced this week is that the handheld versions are not limited. It is the full open world experience
Yeah,
as seen in the console versions.
which is pretty neat, honestly. And like they even did it for the 3DS version.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about a lot about 3DS this show.
Yeah.
Go
So,
get one.
oh, so yeah, it'd be interesting because I don't have the Vita version, so I can't say how good it
Not
was.
yet. But do you think this might lure you in?
I don't know. I mean, something to maybe look into,
Maybe
but
look into.
look into it. Yeah. But I mean, yeah. I mean, I have the PS4 version. I haven't played it yet. But yeah, I'd be interested to check out the Vita version just to see. Because it's one of those things where like I have the PS4 version right now, but probably down the line, the Vita version will probably get cheap through like a plus sale or something, and that might be the time to get it in and try it to see.
I mean, that seems. Yeah, that always seems to happen.
Yeah, with Lego games, because the old Lego games for Vita,
Like the
they were
Lego
like
games get like really cheap whenever it's on sale.
yeah, because I mean the other Vita games, the other Lego Vita games were like just kind of dumbed down, like level to level versions, um,
Mhm.
which was based on the Vita, not the Vita. It was based on the DS version, so they never like
Ugh.
independently developed for the Vita. They just kind of took the DS version, copied it. So the
Which
Vita
they're doing
version,
now, but they're going a step above.
yeah, that's what they're really trying with the Vita version and the DS version. So I haven't seen any reviews specifically for the Vita version online, but considering the PS4 versions were kind of delayed a bit too.
Oh,
It's not
your
surprising that
reviews weren't really
there's no Vita
there.
reviews to see.
You gotta
So
wait. You
yeah,
gotta beat it.
yeah. I mean, like I said, there's the console reviews were delayed, so it was kind of so it is. So I don't know if we're going to see any Vita reviews, or at least any from the major publishers. You know, Not publishers, well, major websites.
Buy it and get to it. Tell us on the PSBS, and then people will know when to buy Lego Avengers on the Vita.
Yeah,
God.
yeah. If you have Lego Adventures on the Vita, let us know and tell us if it's awesome. Because they said it
Um,
is.
what other things do you have on the Vita?
This one isn't directly about the Vita. It's actually more about the PSP. But
Oh, I wonder what you're talking about the PSP for. Get out of here. We're talking about the PSP.
well, maybe it can lead to something on the Vita. Let me just say. So this past week or last week, uh, how you say it? I don't want to say Voltron. Volton, the guys who did
Uh,
Saints Row.
Volition?
Volition. Okay, I don't want to say
Yeah.
Voltron because that's what I always say. I
No,
always
it's
want to say Voltron when
Volition.
I see it. It's a Voltician. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Volition.
The guys who do Saints Row. Well, anyway, they released footage of a canceled PSP Saints Row game.
And the slew of canceled potential games on the PSP.
Oh yeah, PSP was supposed to get a Resident Evil. They were supposed to get a Elder
Elder
Scrolls.
Scrolls.
Yeah,
What else are they supposed to get?
mm,
I don't know.
that was the
A
two
bunch of
big
other
ones.
things.
Yeah, that was the two big ones I remember. And now you can add Saints Row to that list of canceled Vita games, not Vita games, PSP games. Um, but I mean, it's really neat that the company themselves is just straight out showing this, like, hey, yeah, this is what we're working on, and it just wasn't working out, so we canceled it. And they kind of show the footage, and it's running, and it's like, okay. And this kind of got a lot of people maybe hoping that, maybe just make, like, what if they just announced a Saints Row game for Vita? Like they just.
Oh my god, that's so not gonna
I know
happen.
it's not gonna happen because I've given up on AAA games too for Vita.
Oh, yeah, see? Well, not so much, at least in one country, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but at least in terms of North America releases, yeah, there's no prayer.
Yeah, so
Um,
eh.
it's starting, man. I mean, God, dude, this year, like at least in the United States, what is it gonna be? 4 years of the Vita. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Soon we'll be on our 4th anniversary with the Vita. We gotta have our like little Vita anniversary special.
To be like, yeah, hey, remember when was the last game you played on Vita? It's like,
That'd be a good idea.
yeah,
Talk about like all the games that we had for it.
yeah, all the
Well, we
games
have for it.
we had, like, it's done. Like, you remember when we had Vitas and what games we had?
Well, I mean, like I'm speaking like in that tense because like it's been like so. I mean, my activity on the Vita has been like so low in like the past year and a half to 2 years. So like basically, it's only been like a 2 year ride with this thing.
No,
And then, with the fact that, we're getting, remote play on our PCs and Macs, it's just, the Vita is serving a lesser purpose than ever. But we should not say that because in Japan, where I used to live before, Japan is where the Vita won't die. This was also coming. Yep, it won't die. This one's coming from Kotaku as well. This week, the biggest selling video game in Japan is for the PS Vita. While the handheld seems to be on its last legs on the West, here in Japan, it's doing pretty well. According to the Weekly Famitsu, the PS Vita version of the enhanced remake of Odin Sphere, which launched on February 14th, moved 39,718 copies in its first week, which is pretty crazy, making it the biggest retail title in Japan. In comparison, the PS4 version took third place. Don't know if that's like a cross-buy game. I don't think it is. So, pretty interesting that the Vita version outsold a PS4 version of a game. Now, it's also a thing of note here that the PS4 is kind of struggling in Japan. The fact that there's really less games for culture. Weekly should also that's a publication. Vita title Kid Kai, based on the popular browser game and anime, is one of the most eagerly anticipated upcoming games. Even edging out Kingdom Hearts 3, Yakuza 6, and Dark Souls 3. Pretty bold. Sales tracker Media Create, which is kind of slightly different tally, reports that during the same time period, where 15,202 Vitas are sold.
Click. Alrighty. There might have been a slight snag right there. We had a little technical snag, basically. So, but we're back. Yeah, we're talking about you're talking about the Vita succeeding in Japan.
Yeah, the sales tracker for that Media Create, which has slightly different tallies, reported in the same period that 18,202 Vitas are sold, putting the handheld in third place in console sales. Second place was PS4. Third was 3DS. But it definitely beats the Wii U. Which it has been for a while. Aside from localized titles, Vita seems to have ground to a halt in the West. But in Japan, developers big and small continue to churn out title after title. Japanese developers making PS Vita games really know their audience. Hot anime titles get timely Vita releases, as well as mainstays like Gundam. Then you can find interesting titles like shooter Darius Boost Chronicle Saviors, which has moved a decent 7,223 copies during its debut last week. The Vita has also JRPGs, dating games for women, dating games for men, Sims, action games, visual novels, games with fan service, and Minecraft. The Vita's Minecraft version has been evergreen. To date, the Vita version has sold 557,000 copies in Japan. It is still the retail top 10 game, launching March 2015. If you ever wonder why Square Enix developed their own Minecraft Vita clone, Dragon Quest Builders, which is out today in Japan, these sales numbers explain that. So that's really about it, with the changing landscape of, mobile gaming and the 3DS. But even though the Vita isn't popular here, it seems like it's doing quite well in Japan.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to see this doing well somewhere. And, I mean, like you said, what this will lead to is a big boost in, like you said, the JRPGs and the Japanese, the anime-based kind of stuff. And that's not for everybody here.
No, yeah.
But it's still something, because, I mean, there's some good stuff that comes out of that. I mean, I would love, Freedom Wars 2 to come out of this, I'm
trying to look for that little list. Yeah, the Vita, yeah. So out of all the JRPGs, dating games for men and women, Sims, action games, visual novels, games with fan service.
Yeah.
It's quite a barrage of games, especially for the Japanese market. That's just the PS4 really doesn't have. That's why it's not doing the greatest there.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just here's the thing, because all this stuff's coming from Japan is going to get, some of it will get imported and localized, and some of it's going to stay in Japan. But what this means for the Vita is that the Vita is kind of weird in the sense now that it's kind of like
it's doing well.
There's not really any games to look forward to. It's kind of more just kind of like what. Like, there's nothing to anticipate. It's just some good games will come. It's just you're not going to be anticipating it. They're just going to show up and you'll be like, oh, this is really good. You should check it out,
Yeah,
It's
just like
nothing.
the week of, or I mean, you're excited for Civilization, but
Yeah,
like that game's
like
been out for years and
yeah,
on
but I'm still really
platforms.
excited for it. And I mean, that's the thing. I can only think of two games coming out this year. I'm like anticipating for Vita, and one of them is Civilization, and the other is Zero Escape 3. I'm really looking forward to those two games for this year on Vita. But other than that, it's like I don't know what else to like anticipate because you just don't really know because you kind of just wait and see. Oh, what little indie thing comes out this week, or what's the free plus game this month, or what's being localized from Japan. It's like there's no big anticipate AAA stuff, but there is still good stuff to anticipate to come out.
Mhm.
It's kind of like it's like a movie analogy, but it's kind of like my brother one time said. Like he said something about horror movies one time. He's like, "Man, why come there's not too many like horror movies coming out, or like or something like that?" He's like, "Too many big ones or something like that." Well, I explained to him. See, with horror movies is different. With horror movies, it's not too often you hear about a horror movie and you anticipate it for like a year or two. Like the big blockbuster films. Um, Horror movies just kind of show up. Like this horror movie just came out of this film festival and it's supposed to be amazing. Go check it out. It comes out in like 2 months or something like that. You know, like there's this like you said, the low hype window. It just kind of comes out of nowhere. It's kind of like what the Vita is right now. You just there's so many small games just kind of pop up and there's no hype window. It's just here you go. Check this out.
You see it on the drop on the PlayStation blog post. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, there you go.
yeah.
It's
Go check
here.
that out.
Yeah, it's
It's
here.
kind of that same way. It's like I don't want to say like a niche audience almost, but it's just kind of the smaller stuff that you don't anticipate, but it comes out and it's like, oh, this is awesome. This is really exciting. It's kind of like Civilization, like I'm anticipating it, but there's no release date, so it's kind of just going to drop whenever. So I'm going to be like, oh crap, when I look in the PlayStation Store and see Civilization's available, I'm going to buy it and play the hell out of it.
With hell on it.
Yeah, seriously, I don't know. I'm gonna play the game a lot. I'm gonna be playing that like in between every class at school once I get that.
Yeah, sounds awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's some Vita summaries of how it's doing in the territory where it used to be, and it makes sense, especially for how well Vita's doing. I'm glad that it has its audience there. And they also released an interesting video, which we can't obviously show you, but a nice little Japanese PlayStation commercial,
Yeah.
which is pretty awesome.
Yep. Um. Let's see. What else can we talk about? Oh, another Japanese-ish inspired game or whatever. So it was announced this week that Mighty Number Nine has been delayed again.
Yes, again,
Again.
that's right.
So this game was supposed to come out September 2015. It got delayed to, I believe, February, and
Yeah.
now it's just in the spring 2016 window.
Mhm.
No new release date. And they said the reason why it's been delayed is because they're having coding errors with the online leaderboard portions of the game or something.
Yes,
Uh,
and some of the I don't know, remember if it's co-op, but like whatever the online is
yeah,
for the
online
game.
functionality.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I mean, this is like another game that's just been delayed so many times, and it's well twice, but these have been like big delays. This isn't just like a 1 2 month delay. I mean, it was delayed all the way from September to February. Now it's being delayed again to kind of
Hmm.
whenever. So, man, it's just one of those games where people kind of forget about because it's just been talked about so much. Like back in September, they're like, "Look at it, go get the collector's edition, got the action figure and everything," and just that was like that hype moment. It was like, "Yeah, this is coming," and then the delay kind of hurt it, and now it's getting delayed again, and you know,
Yeah, that's the weird thing is that we could say with the brash tacks that, oh, you could have just maybe put in the multiplayer later, but we also have to take into account that patches require acquire quite a bit of money, because lo and behold, for each patch that you put out for your game, it costs money.
hmm
Now, I don't remember if that pertains to Sony first party games. I think they get a free pass on that, obviously, but I think for like other games, you need to pay Sony a fee to get patches up. So it would have ended up costing some money for the company to put it out at a later date. So I think like they wanted to put it as whole as they can in this initial release of Mighty
hmm
Number Nine. It's discouraging, it's just I've been waiting for this game for a long time. I was looking forward to Mighty Number Nine a lot. Heard some good things about it. Uh, so like as good as maybe delayed games getting delayed is good, and all that. Uncharted 4, we're all for it being the best that it can be, and all that, and all that.
Yeah.
But like, where do you stand the line on delayed games? Like, is it like the number of delays, or like,
Yeah,
I,
I mean,
I almost want to call it the Ubisoft delays, where it's like the 6 months delays. Watch Dogs, remember?
yeah. I mean, yeah,
Um,
we talked about this subject, at least around
yeah,
it, where like, yeah, I mean, ultimately delays are ultimately better for the game because, needs more development
September.
time and it helps it from, launching broken or missing features or whatnot. But the other side to that is when you really hype a game up for that window that you announce first. Because like it's one of those things where you don't want to over promote it because I mean think about it like this, where they're really confident, like it's coming out September, and they start promoting it, hyping on the websites, and then the delay hits, and they're like, okay, we just kind of wasted a lot of money on promotion and hype, and it's gone now because we've delayed it. You know,
Yeah,
and it costs them money because they're buying promotions and doing little things, and now it's like, well, now it's going to come out later. We got to pay money again to do more promotions later, and then do this, and it's like, and it does kind of lose the hype a bit. So, obviously from a development standpoint, delays are good, but from a marketing, just business sense, obviously it's not. You're losing your hype and the mind share because I think back in September was when they're like Mighty Number Nine was at a high hype where everybody was like, yeah, my number nine is coming out soon and collector's edition and everything. And now it's like, oh no, it's coming February. Okay, now we're getting to February and it's still not coming. And it's like,
and it's just like it was so close,
it was so
and
close.
now
Yeah.
it's
And, uh, I mean, again, going back to a movie analogy, it's kind of like when, you remember when, G.I. Joe 2 came out, the movie?
yes when that
That
got
was
delayed.
so crazy. Like the movie came
The
out and they were
the,
already promoting it. Like they had a Super Bowl
the
commercial.
posters, yeah, the
They had the
posters.
the posters. They had the Super Bowl commercial saying coming summer 20 whatever. They already had the toys at the store, and then the last minute they're like, the movie is getting delayed for 6 months, and it will come out to like the following March or whatever.
Yeah, so
So
the 3D.
for the 3D conversion and to do some reshoots. But I mean, God,
Yeah,
like
that's it.
right before the movie came out, you delayed for 6 months. You had to go back. You spent money on a Super Bowl ad for nothing. All right.
Yeah,
For
practically.
nothing, because the movie got delayed, and they already had toys on the shelf. They had to actually go back and take the toys off the shelf because they were just like, no, it's not in our marketing thing. We can't have the toys out too soon because all the kids will buy the toys now, play with them, and forget about the movie. So we have to take the toys off and sell them again later. You
Mhm.
know, like that's like a huge example of like just delaying just hurts your film and at least your promotional strategy.
What else? I kind of, I felt, that Watch Dogs 6 months. I
Yeah,
don't
Watch
like at
Dogs.
least heard it a bit in terms of like higher expectations for Watch Dogs. Right? I mean, that was 6 months. It was supposed to hit the day the PS4 was supposed to be launched, and like I felt like that 6 months also placed higher expectations for it.
Hmm.
Which I mean, Watch Dogs, that's all another topic. But like, what other one? I mean, ultimately, I don't think it hurt too much. But remember Arkham Knight,
Yeah, Arkham Knight had the big
how that was treated.
how I was treated because it was like
6 months.
6 months, but it was like they never. And but that was another situation where they never
Yeah,
officially said it was
but they
coming in
wanted to
October.
get it out. But when they announced it, they were gonna aim for something, and then
It
they're
was
just
like
like,
it was
"Oh,
like a
guess
big
what?"
nudge. Like GameStop was posting, "Oh, it's coming October 14th," and like, "Oh yeah, go pre-order now." And then Rocksteady was thinking to themselves, "We are not putting this out in October," and they knew that, and they just let GameStop tell people it was coming out in October. But that was
Yeah,
the
but that
thing.
one
Like,
was pretty bad. Like I remember reading that like with 6 months. I was like, "What? It's coming on until like June
yeah,
now?"
Rocksteady never said October, but they did let everyone else say October. So that was their thing. Like, we didn't say October. All of you said October. So that was kind of the attitude that was when they
Mhm.
finally said it's coming in like June or something. I was like, okay,
That's out of whack.
yeah.
Hopefully, I'll do that again.
But speaking
But
of,
I mean, ultimately, that didn't hurt it too much for Arkham
yeah,
Knight, even though,
dinner. Oh yeah.
yeah. I mean, it sold well.
Well,
PC version was still garbage, but I mean, it sold well at least on consoles.
so well, yeah. Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah, now that I can think about it, I mean, they pushed that game. This PC version was still garbage. Well, I mean, even though it wasn't Rocksteady really doing it, but still.
Still.
Whatever. That's that will go down in the history books, though. In the history books. A
Yeah.
little side there.
Batman lore.
How a PC version should not be done.
It's in Batman lore now. That broken PC game.
A broken PC version. But anyways,
anyway,
we will play PC games around here.
We don't like your kind, your PC kind.
Around here.
Even
though Rise of Tomb Raider is out this week.
Yeah, Rise of Tomb Raider came out on PC this week, I think.
Fine. No, where's my PS4 version?
Well, coming in November 2016.
Sony won't give it any fanfare, right? They'll just release it.
It'll just drop and it'll be like, here you go.
Literally, like on the drop. Sony won't do anything. Just to be like.
Do you think maybe they'll give out Tomb Raider Definitive Edition for free on PlayStation Plus around that time?
Well, I mean, the game has been like dirt cheap.
I know you can get it for $7 right now in the PlayStation Store, but I mean, isn't that like a little nudge, like, hey, this might be free soon because it's so dirt cheap right now?
Well, I mean, at one point for Plus, the PS3 version of Tomb Raider was free.
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't know.
It could be something like, hey, look, it's a AAA game and it's free.
Yeah, people complain.
Yeah,
even though the definitive edition sold actually quite well on PS4, so.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a point, yeah. But we'll see.
I mean, well, here's my question: are you going to get Rise of the Tomb Raider on PS4?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You're definitely getting it. If it comes out November 2016, you're still getting it November 2016.
Oh my lord! God, November's gonna be insane, especially this year.
Because we know for sure this November, Call of Duty is coming out.
Call of Duty, yeah.
Watch Dogs 2 might be coming out.
Yeah, probably.
That's 2 games that should be coming out this November. And then you got Rise of the Tomb
Raider. If it comes out the same day as Call of Duty, because I won't be surprised if that happens, then probably not.
Now, are you willing to pay full price for it?
For 60?
Yes.
I mean, if it's included with all the extra stuff that Xbox already has on it, yes.
Like all the DLC?
Yeah. If it has all the...
If it has all the DLC, you'll pay the full price for it.
Yeah.
Okay. But
if it doesn't, then it needs to be 40.
Yeah, if it does not come with the DLC, there's no way they can charge full price for a game that's a year old and not have DLC.
Yeah, it needs to actually,
Yeah,
it needs to serve as a lesson that they need to not do that anymore. And Sony doesn't need to market this game. They just need to just have their little PlayStation blog post about it, and that's it. They don't really owe Square Enix to even really market that game whatsoever.
Little cliff note at the bottom. Oh yeah, Rise of Tomb Raider comes out this week.
Exactly. But we already know for ourselves already at this point that this game exists. It's only on Xbox and PC. And once we see it on the GameStops or like online that here's the PS4 version, the blue banner and everything, then it's out and that's it. That's all it should really be.
Yeah.
And yes, it'll be you'll get like a trailer on the PlayStation YouTube channel that includes everything and whatnot. But like other than that, they shouldn't really be talking about it.
It'd be so great if they actually called it Rise of Tomb Raider Definitive Edition for PS4.
Jeez. I mean, no. If anything, I think it'd just be called Complete Edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think. The Watch Dogs one is completed. No, I mean Sleeping Dogs. Which one is this Complete Edition for that one? I forgot.
Yeah, I think.
Oh no, that's remastered. Never mind.
Yeah, I think developers are trying to like get away from calling the games Complete Edition because it does sound bad. Like it does sound like you don't have the full game, you don't have the complete game, and it just adds fuel to the whole argument. Like, oh, when you buy a game day one, you're not buying the whole game.
Oh yeah, no, right? Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I think developers are starting to like step away from that and not call it.
Oh yeah, I mean Dying Light.
Yeah, just call it Enhanced Edition.
Yeah, it's not Complete Edition.
Yeah, it doesn't sound as bad. Mortal Kombat just got announced. They're not doing a Complete Edition like they usually do. They're calling it the XL Edition. I think developers are going to step away, not call it the Complete Edition anymore. They're going to call it Enhanced or Extra Version or just something where it doesn't sound like, hey, you don't have the whole game.
I don't know. They can for Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, they could probably just like subtitle it something corny or whatever, something that's like of the Tomb Raider.
Game of the Year edition, maybe, probably.
Hasn't won any Game of the Years in any publications.
Well, I think oddly enough, I think it has probably won like best Xbox Game of the Year at some publications. So technically it's Game of the Year, but it'd be really weird to put a Game of the Year edition on PS4 when it only won Game of the Year on Xbox.
You know what? Just at this point, just call it Rise of the Tomb Raider. It just comes with everything. Who gives a damn? Just call it
Rise of the
game
Tomb
that we're supposed to
Raider.
get in the first place.
Rise of the Tomb Raider PS4 edition.
I'm done figuring it out. Just in the
just
back of the box, just say that it comes with everything.
Yeah, you open it up. There's a little note in there. Oh, kept you waiting, huh?
Oh, that, yeah. Well, yeah, that, and no, literally just the front cover is just the same, but just on the back it just says, oh, it includes like everything else, and who gives a damn?
I would like if the PS4 version had different cover art. Well, no, it's kind of like what they did with BioShock. BioShock,
yeah, that was cool. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, BioShock on PS3 had a completely different box cover than the original Xbox version.
I like the original Xbox's cover art better.
I like the
BioShock 1, but BioShock PS3 looked like it was cool, like the little box thing that came in, but like, I don't know, it looked like if they had options for what to pick, like for the original box art, it seemed like that was like the second choice or something. It was good though, but the first one was like way better.
Wish,
so cool.
I kind of wish they would do that a bit more, like if the Xbox version, the PS version had different box arts, nothing too extreme, but like just something a little.
That's happened in a while.
There's only a handful of games that have done that. BioShock did that.
The Simpsons game.
The Simpsons game did that. The other one was the big one was God damn, what was that game called? Catherine did that. The Japanese game, if you had the PS3 version, you get the blonde Catherine on your box, and if you got the Xbox version, you got the brunette one.
Catherine's also on 360?
Yeah.
That was a PS3 exclusive or something.
I think it is an exclusive in Japan, but for the Western release, they did the Xbox version and the PS3 version. But that was a big thing. Like, the PS3 version had the blonde girl, and the other one had the other one. It was just like, that's interesting. That they had the two different versions of this character. Not the same character, but, two characters with the same name, and they're poured into the game. And depending on which one you got different one in the front. So that was neat. But then there's been other examples where they didn't change it, like Mass Effect 2. By the time it came to play, it was the same exact box art.
Yeah.
I was like, you waited so long. Why not do a different box art? Like BioShock.
The Mass Effect 2 box art wasn't even that great either.
Yeah, it's weird, but
I hope Andromeda's box art's kick ass though.
Yeah, I gotta get some awesome box. Get like a Star Wars-esque poster on there for the box art.
Oh my gosh, we never had anything that epic. Sleeping Dogs had a cool box art.
Yeah. Uncharted 4 has a cool box art if you get the steel case.
Well, the steel case. That looks like a movie poster.
Yeah, it's great though. It's not really
yeah, I know. I saw pictures. They were like, "Oh, it looks even better in person." It looks cool. Well, I mean, I saw a picture of like a real printed version of it, but like it looks awesome.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah, yes, I have seen. Hold Uncharted 4 in my hand.
I held an empty box that says Uncharted 4.
I mean, basically, they just got prints of it, I guess. I don't think the game has been printed yet.
No, they're not printed.
Since it's been delayed, but...
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Anyways.
What else?
What else has been
announced? What were we talking about again?
Okay, what was our jumping off point that we went on this little tangent?
Yeah, about like...
I don't know, I was talking about something, and then you brought up Rise of Tomb Raider, and then I kind of went off on that.
I don't even remember at this point. Let's keep going.
Anyway, yeah, keep going. So where else? Where do we go? So this game had a lot of leaks, but it was finally confirmed this week. So Platinum Games finally announced this week that they are indeed working on a Ninja Turtle game called Ninja Turtles: Mutants in Manhattan. The game will release in summer 2016, feature co-op play, with the 4 different turtles. Each one have its own unique style of play, and it'll be coming to PS4, PS3, Xbox One, 360, and PC. The game will launch digital and retail. It'll cost $50 on PS4/Xbox One and $40 on PS3/360.
I was about to say why PS3 360, but it's Activision.
Activision.
They will support the PS3 360 as long as they can.
Yeah, I mean, it looks neat because I mean it's Platinum Games, so it's the guys who did Bayonetta and the Transformers Devastation this past year,
and all sorts of other games.
And so Metal Gear Rising, all kind of stuff. I don't know. This one looks interesting because I already talked about how I feel about Transformers Devastation. That's what I said. I said I felt it's good if you like that play style, that fast-paced action and stuff. I just felt it didn't
fit Transformers.
Yeah, it doesn't fit Transformers. Like that's not how I feel like a Transformer should be fighting. That was my big thing with Devastation. It's a good game. It just doesn't work with the Transformer brand.
Wait, yeah. Did you when you were talking about Transformers Devastation? Did you tell people you're a Transformers expert?
Yeah, Transformers expert.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, you kind of you know what's up with terms of Transformers.
Yeah,
so
I know how Transformers should fight. I think it should be kind of more slow, heavy kind of fight thing like War for Cybertron had it nailed, how combat should be for a Transformer. And then Devastation.
Platinum Games is just like so fast.
Yeah, you're jumping, doing backflips. As you jump in the air, you transform into a truck, and then as a truck, you body slam the enemy. And I'm like, you seriously do that? Like that is an animation. Body slam the enemy, and I'm like, what? This is crazy. Like I just don't picture the Transformers fighting like this. So
like that happens in the movies.
Yeah.
Wait, it already kind of does.
But yeah, I mean, it's a good game. It's just like I said, it just doesn't fit the Transformer brand. But Ninja Turtles, on the other hand, is perfect. This is perfect for that brand. Because with Ninja Turtles, you picture the crazy kind of fight style and maybe a little faster movement. I mean, ironic because they're turtles, but I mean that's just what you expect from the cartoon, the fight style and everything. So I'm interested in this game. Like I said, I think it's going to work. And then, of course, co-op sounds fun. If you're doing this, trying to use co-op combos and everything like that. Like I said, it don't have an exact release date. It just says summer 2016. So I'm going to assume it's going to come out around the time of the movie.
Yeah.
So it's not a direct tie-in, but it is kind of like riding the hype.
Riding the hype.
Riding that hype. Riding that Ninja Turtle hype. So... yeah, I'm interested to see when this checks out. I don't know if I'll buy it right away if I don't see any reviews on.
You don't think this like summer release window is like around the time when Ninja Turtles 2?
That's what I said.
Out of the shadow.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I was saying. They just said summer 2016. So that's what I said. I assume it's coming out around the time as the movie because the movie comes out in June. So it's probably going to be around that time.
Because Transformers also had a game. Not Transformers Devastation, but they also had a game around the movie.
Yeah, but
2 years ago, I should say. Not.
Yeah, the Dark Spark crap, whatever.
God, that was 2 years ago. I can't believe it.
Yeah, the Rise of the Dark Spark, whatever. But that was rushed, and that was directly tied in with the movie because they had movie sections. This is obviously independent of the movie. Like it's not using stuff from the movie. It's just a Ninja Turtle game, and it'll probably just be coming around the same time as the movie, just for marketing purposes. So it's not. So I mean, it has potential to be good. I mean, I don't know how long the development time on this was because that was the thing about Devastation. It did feel rushed though in parts, like its development. So we'll see with this Ninja Turtle game because it's been, oh my god, this Ninja Turtle game has been leaked out so much. So many pictures got leaked out, just random shots from the game got leaked out. The game got raided. The game, got the name trademark popped up, and Activision and Platinum Games just refused to confirm the game, even though all these leaks came out. All the achievements are already up for the game.
Dang.
Yeah, so all this stuff leaked out, and then finally, it was like this past Tuesday or something, Platinum was like, yeah, here it is, finally, Ninja Turtles, it's a big surprise,
Official leak. What is an official leak?
Yeah, official leak, yeah. I mean, the same thing happened with Transformers Devastation. Like, didn't the whole game like leak out like a week or two before they announced it at E3? It was just like all this stuff leaked out, like images and videos, and like they're just kind of like, oh, I don't know what that is. At E3, look, Transformers Devastation. Like it's some big surprise.
Ugh, it's just, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. It's like
You
I
know,
don't
now
know.
that you're talking about all these big companies, we need to talk about another big company next.
What are you talking about?
EA.
EA, Electronic
How
Arts.
how they are basically skipping E3 this year.
Are they really skipping E3?
I mean, they're not having a conference.
They're
They're
having
not having
a event,
they're having an event that is separate from E3.
but they're still doing a presentation, just not at E3.
They don't have booths.
I mean, it's kind of like what Nintendo's been doing the last 2 or 3 years, where like, oh, we're
But you
not.
know Nintendo's coming back in full form this year,
Well,
though.
this year, yeah, but I mean, the last 2 3 years, they've kind of been like, oh, well, we're not doing a thing at E3, and we're not doing an E3 presentation, but we are doing a presentation the week of E3 at our own location. And that's basically what EA's doing, where it's like, hey, we're doing our own thing the same time as E3 and doing the thing, and just I don't know. It's just I
I
guess it
don't know.
gets.
I was reading a bit more into this that I don't know. They're a big company that had always the E3 presence all the time. And granted, last year's E3 for EA specifically was not very good. It was definitely an investor conference through in, throughout, especially like the mobile game crap that they were throwing in there as well. Um, so it's just, I don't know, it's just questioning, E3's relevance a little bit. If other
Yeah,
companies will follow later on. Like, what's going to happen? Is everyone just going to split and then just. Is E3 now just going to be that time of just conferences and nothing else?
well, I mean that's all people
Hmm?
really kind of watch, is the conferences. Because I mean, if you're there, that's
Yeah.
great. You get to go to the conference, you get to play the games, that's great. But if you're like us, just sitting at home, you don't want to watch people playing games. For the most part, just walking around playing games. You want to see them talk about and announce games.
Yeah.
Um,
And then does that also maybe give you kind of a point, even though it is just like the one time of the year where, the reporters and all those people that are writing for the game websites about that kind of stuff, they're not going to have like, yeah, sure, okay, yes, EA, has this thing. So the reporters, that's where that would go. But, they have no EA booth to go to.
but there is
So,
going to be
yeah,
playable
yeah, I
stuff
know.
there. I
Yeah.
think I think what this is that, like you said, maybe they're just.
What does that say,
I think what this is okay. Well, I think what this is. I think these publishers are starting to realize that maybe we don't need to put all our time and money into E3. Like we can try other things and try to like space out announcements to other events. Like we saw Sony did. They did a Paris event. They did their own little event. They did a
Which, works to their benefit most of the time.
because if you have a lot of developers, you can give them different time. If we do a Paris event, we can do our European developers. If we do Tokyo Game Show, we can highlight our Japanese developers. So you don't have to like balance it out at like E3 and like try to plan everything for E3 and try to
Oh
decide
my
what
god,
is.
remember when like stuff was really everything E3
Yeah, we're like
at one
once
point?
a year you have to dump everything. You have to kind of choose what you want to dump. So I think that's what developers and publishers are starting to realize is that maybe we don't need to wait for this one weekend a year where we can actually do it any time of year, maybe at other events. And then like what EA is doing this year, they're kind of probably thinking, well, I mean, we don't want to move from the E3 week because that's the one weekend where everyone's going to be online looking for news. Um, so everyone, because that's the thing though, like these events, I mean, yeah, they're big for people who show up, but really they're for the people like us that aren't actually even going, where we just want the news.
Yeah.
Um, so I guess they realize, well, since most of our audience is just going to watch it online, why do we need to buy booth space? Why do we need to book and plan a presentation when we can just do it ourselves? Like do our own booth, do our own presentation separate where we can make the presentation however long we want it to be because it's our own thing. Or we don't need to set up, we don't need to pay for booth space. We can just set up right here and make it big or small and do our own attention because guess what? Most of the people who care about this actually aren't here you know?
Mhm.
So it's just a different way where it's just strategizing in business where it's like, yeah, I mean, we just can do this, it's different.
Yeah, because if I remember specifically, the E3 EA conference 2015, was so just like so awkward, just stuff like that one getting applause, like the mobile games
Oh yeah, look at that
and stuff
minions
like
on
that.
your look at that
Yeah,
minions on your iPhone. Yeah.
yeah, that was just ridiculous. That was like the worst thing in the world. Literally, probably like the worst thing in the world. Um, I know there's other bad things out there in the world, but like just like that whole mobile section of the EA conference last year was just a disaster. And then like the other couple things, like with the soccer and shit. But um, it's just it's a sign of how E3 is going to change in the years after because Sony was always at least good before at least I would say 2012 like balancing their stuff out. But now we're starting to see Microsoft and everyone else spreading their stuff out, like you said. And if the time calls for a certain game publisher like Bethesda to lay out their stuff at once and have their own conference, and anyone else is open to that too. I don't think there's really any publishers in line to do something like that this year, though, that I can think of. I don't think Bethesda will do one this year, even though they have room to do one. But you have Doom coming out soon, and Dishonored 2 we could probably hear about this year, and hopefully maybe a Wolfenstein sequel. So maybe you don't need a conference for that. But I really can't think of like any other kind of publisher that maybe needs show floor time or conference time. The big one is Nintendo, which they need desperate.
Well, speaking of publishers, this is kind of a big topic for this week or big news item today.
We'll see if it is.
We have a new publisher in the world of gaming. It was announced today that Insomniac's new game. I forget exactly what it's called.
Below the Sea.
Below the Sea. Is that what it's called?
Oh.
Sorry, I don't want to guess it. Song of the Deep. Okay, I didn't want
to. Below the Sea.
Yeah,
I was almost thinking Heart of the Sea.
Down in the hole.
So Chris Hemsworth.
Oh no, a hole of the bottom of the sea. That's how that goes. Yeah. So it's their new game. Song of the Deep. Song of the Deep. It is a underwater platformer from Insomniac Games, a brand new IP. And what's interesting about this is that it is being published by GameStop, the store. And it's just funny to think that like GameStop is publishing this game from Insomniac, and it's like, okay. So it's kind of weird, but it's different. But I mean, hey, it's Insomniac. They try weird things,
They partnered with EA and Microsoft.
And now they're partnered with GameStop.
So
it's like
they're basically just open to like partner with anyone at this point.
Yeah, they're just trying things different. And, but I mean,
both of them didn't work in one respect. Well, I mean, Sunset Overdrive was a critical success, and people like it, but it didn't sell well.
It didn't sell well, but the other one,
Fuse was a failure.
Both ways. Yeah, it wasn't good and it didn't sell well. But yeah, Sunset Overdrive was good, but didn't sell well. But yeah, Song of the Deep sounds neat. I mean, it's described as a underwater platformer. And it says it will release on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I don't know if they have an exact release date, or it might just be spring because everything's coming out in spring 2016. That's like the main thing. Yeah, it just says.
You got a very Rayman Legends vibe for this game, like
it does. Yeah, it just says spring. They don't have an exact release date, but yeah, it's coming to PS4, Xbox One, PC. It'll be available digitally to download, but it'll be available as a physical copy exclusively at GameStop. So that'll be the only place where you can get a physical copy. And ironically, right after I read this, I got an email from GameStop saying, "Hey, look at this new game." Song of the Deep is going to be available in spring. It's only going to cost $14.99. So,
What was it? Dang it! Now I lost my train of thought about Song of the Deep.
Song of the Deep, underwater platforming. But
I'm of two minds of this.
okay.
On one, I think this game is very imaginative, typical of Insomniac games. I think it looks really neat. Don't get me wrong.
Hmm.
On the other hand, I was kind of expecting something a little bit, kind of more out there for Insomniac games, especially, on, this generation of platforms. Like, I'm going to come out here and be like, oh, it should not have been 2D game, should have been a full 3D game. But I miss, even though Sunset Overdrive was that game, right?
Hmm.
The next step up. I was just kind of maybe expecting, also something that, would also expand the horizons of Insomniac games, after Ratchet and Clank and then after Sunset Overdrive. And Song of the Deep is that game in respect, but I still don't feel like this is like a full on, successor of Ratchet and Clank and
I
Sunset
mean,
Overdrive. And even though we're getting a new Ratchet and Clank game, well, a redone Ratchet and Clank game
yeah.
soon.
I mean, I don't know. It's just, I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying, but I mean, already Insomniac is doing their games in a different way. I don't want to say cheaper, but maybe smaller scale. Because I mean, we're seeing this like, you look at Ratchet and Clank, it's only going to launch for $40, and it's a
Yeah.
complete overhaul. It's not a
Yeah.
re-res version of the old game.
No, it's not just upres. Yeah,
No, it
it's
is a complete rehaul, and they're only charging $40 for that game.
yeah. Okay.
And look at Song of the Deep. It's $15. That's cheaper than most PSN games. That's less than half of what The Witness is.
Mhm.
So, they're not charging a lot for this, and it's not so much that it's not like less work is put into it. It's just Insomniac just they just know that they can charge this much and still make a profit and just kind of help the thing out. And I think also might have to do with GameStop backing it too. Might be why they can lower the price of it, to be under $20. Because
Yeah,
you got GameStop backing that. Because that's what they said. With GameStop backing it, what this means for them is that it's going to get a lot more promotion than any other kind of, essentially downloadable digital game. Or I don't want to say indie game, but, smaller game. Because that's what they said. It's going to be marketed as a AAA game. Because like I said, right after I read this, I got an email from GameStop saying, hey, check this out. Go pre-order it. And they said once the game starts coming out, you're going to see a lot more products in GameStop stores for this game. Like
Oh.
I guess toys and maybe some tie-in products and
Well, I mean, I like the main character design and everything, and
yeah,
no,
just
nothing really gets the game. As I expected of every other developer that I've thought about, like talking about PlayStation 4, sure, Insomniac Step Up is Ratchet and Clank Remaster. Well, not a remaster, but redone PS4 version. That's it, But I also die and wish for like a new IP. And Sunset Overdrive is it, but
yeah. I
this is
mean,
a shame that's on PS4.
it's not a deep to me. Yeah. I
Yeah, it
mean,
is.
they're supporting it and then they're backing it like with lore. They also said Barnes Noble's going to
Yeah.
exclusively get a book that adds to the background story of this character and the world.
The
Um,
lore.
the lore,
The
yeah.
lore. I love
So, love lore. So,
it.
so there's that. So there's a lot behind it, and I think this is just really neat kind of experiment to see. Now, how many more games will GameStop end up publishing? Well, we'll see. But it's gonna be really weird when you boot up the game, you see that GameStop logo, like, whoa, GameStop presents a game.
It's not just power to the players anymore.
Yeah, it's gonna be like when it's gonna be like when Burger King made all those games for 360.
Yeah.
You remember those? Sneak King and all that. Load up the game, they get the Burger King logo, and it's like, yeah, you're playing this game with the VK King. Like, oh god, why don't like fast food places do big promotions like that anymore? Like they sat there and developed a game for the 360.
Because it's weird.
It's weird. I mean, you don't even need to sell the disc in the store. It can just be a little downloadable thing on the store now. You just download it for $2 and you just
It's
have
the
some stupid
same thing that I talk about with like the movie games. They're all on the freaking iOS
Yeah.
app store. It's like cheaper. It's free and shit.
Yeah.
I know that'd be pretty cool. Like McDonald's put out a game like on PS4.
Get all your games.
Or so I don't know. The person that I was thinking of next, even though Harmonix already has someone now, Mad Cats. So
Mad Cats, yeah.
Harmonix doesn't need GameStop. Not yet.
Not yet.
Maybe. Unless Mad Cats drops out, which I doubt that will happen. But,
yeah, because they make the instruments.
Yeah, unfortunately. But,
okay.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Song of Deep sounds neat. I'll get it.
Oh, yeah. Like will you go get a physical copy at GameStop?
The fact that it has tax, no. Because I don't like paying taxes.
I don't like paying taxes.
I don't like taxes.
No, well, you can't get it. Well, you can't get a discount at Amazon because it won't be on sale at Amazon.
I know. I can at least get the code from Amazon, right?
Huh?
You can buy codes.
Yeah, you could buy. I don't know how this is gonna work because they want it to be a GameStop exclusive, at least a physical version. I mean, maybe you could buy a PSN code, or at least buy a $20 PSN code and then go get it.
There we go.
Like that.
Or better yet, what if it has a plus discount?
Oh yeah, you get that plus discount. I doubt it.
I don't think they'll let that happen. I don't think they'll let that happen.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. But maybe.
Or what if it's free?
It's free. Free with PlayStation Plus. No, it's free if you have PlayStation Plus and you have a Pro card at GameStop. You like sync them together, like your accounts, and then once it clears, it's like, yeah, you can.
All elaborate scheme so that you can get both Plus and.
Well, I mean, Power Up Pro card costs $15 a year, so that $15 can buy you Deep in the Sea. So there you go.
It's just like a bonus.
Yeah, it's like a bonus. Here you go. Game's free.
See, GameStop always tells you all this stuff anyway, so like, just give it to me. You know?
Give it to me, man.
Give it to me. Never mind. I was going to tell some GameStop story, but I don't think it's relevant. What else do we have?
Well, we are a little over the hour mark.
Not that bad.
Not that bad. We're 5-6 minutes over the hour mark. There's one thing I want to bring up. It's not news, but it's just something I want to say before we go. I'm not sure how we're going to do this, but we'll plan something out. Because by the time you're hearing this, you'll probably be done or almost done. But I have the beta for The Division.
Oh, you have the beta for The Division.
You have the beta. Well, it doesn't start till Friday.
Oh.
I got the code yesterday, and they let you download it. So you basically preload it, and it's not playable till Friday. So by the time you're hearing this, it will be Friday or later. So what I hope to do is to play it and stream it over the weekend because it's The Division. It's a big beta. So yeah, I'll be playing that over the weekend. I'll stream it. Maybe we do have a Twitter, so maybe I can put a link on the Twitter or something to get people to see it.
PSBS plays The Division.
Plays The Division, yeah. We can play The Division. You guys can check it out, put comments and all that good stuff. I'm not going to give you a time frame. I have no idea. I'm going to play it just whenever.
Oh no, Twitch schedule.
I know. People are really strict with their Twitch schedules, but I'm just going to play it whenever. I get back tomorrow. I'm going to start it up and start streaming it. And I don't know. You know how to run Twitter, so I'll let you know if I'm playing it, and then you can like just put a link on.
Yeah, you gotta hit me up.
Yeah, I'll let you know if I'm streaming it, and then you can like put the link on Twitter or something, and we'll see if we can get some people to watch it.
I'm sure you'll at least have 3.
At least 3. just tweet out. 3. Just tweet out like, "Hey, look, I'm playing the Division beta. Check it out." You know, and you can see and I'll play and let you know what's up with that game.
I'll probably watch you play the Division.
There you go. You can watch me play too, and
I want to see how many car doors you can close.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't even know that's in the game anymore.
I don't know. Because the beta is short. It's only running from like Friday to Sunday, I think.
Oh my lord, that's a short ass beta.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try.
Oh, no, like Tuesday.
Yeah, well, it's probably one of those things where like they're going to be like, oh, due to demand, we're going to extend it to Monday or Tuesday or something like that, you know? Because that's what Ubisoft did with the Siege beta. I think they did the same thing as only like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing, and then like, oh, due to demand, we're going to extend it to Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, something like that. I think they extended it to like Wednesday for the Siege beta. So they might do something similar for the Division. We'll see. So I'm going to try to play as much as I can this weekend. Like I said, by the time you're hearing this, it'll already have started. So maybe just look for it and see. Like I said, I'll try to see if I can get a link or something running on the Twitter. I think you can link it to Facebook because we do have a Facebook fan page, which we got like 2 likes. We got 2 likes today. I think one or two likes.
What?
On the Facebook page today.
People know.
Yeah, people are checking it out. You know, at least on the Facebook page, which we have, and you guys can go check out. So yeah, there's that. Like I said, I want to do some streaming stuff. You know, some beta things. This is cool. Because I don't want to get too down to that. I played the Garden Warfare 2 beta last week, and I really enjoyed it. I don't want to get too deep into it because I could talk about that for a while. There's a lot of stuff I really liked about it. Maybe next week I'll talk about that. In addition to some Division impressions, I'll definitely, if I don't stream it this weekend, I will definitely at least give you impressions of it next week.
Of the Division.
Of the Division, yeah. My impressions of it next week if I don't stream it. I mean, even if I do stream it, I'm still going to talk about it next week too. So you're going to hear about the Division, all right?
Not just the Division. You're going to be hearing about betas.
Division betas.
No, I have a short question here from a listener.
Yes.
Carmen.
Mm-hmm.
He asks the guy Carmen.
The guy Carmen, not the
girl Carmen.
Not the one that you can't find.
Oh. Very funny.
I wonder how many people got that reference. Don't say it. I just want to see how many people figured it out.
I don't want to say it. He asks about when we can pre-order Firewatch.
God, when's the release date for this? It's February.
Soon.
Like February 2nd? I think it's like next Tuesday.
What?
I think that game comes out either February 2nd or February 9th.
Oh, it's the 9th.
It's the 9th? Okay.
Mm.
So this Tuesday, I expect you to be able to pre-order it.
I hope so.
Because that's usually how it is for these smaller games. Sony usually opens the pre-order window about 2 weeks or something like that. It's usually really short for like the smaller games. For the bigger games, for the first party games, you can pre-order that right when it's announced. Like Uncharted 4, you could have pre-ordered that game digitally like 2 years ago, I think.
Don't even get me started.
But the third party stuff, it's usually maybe like 6 months, I want to say. I think that sounds right. And then some of the smaller stuff, I think Lego Marvel Heroes Lego Avengers you couldn't pre-order till like a month ago, I think. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what it is. If it's a big AAA thing, about 6 months. If it's first party, the day it's announced. If it's like a smaller kind of thing, like Lego, whatever, it's like a month. And I guess for this indie stuff, it's like 2 weeks. So, so I guess that's what's gonna happen. Because good thing you remind us about Firewatch. I knew about it, but I kind of didn't realize how close it was. So that's really exciting. So,
yeah.
So if it is pre-orderable this week, I'm going to pre-order it so I can preload it and play that Tuesday. And well, the Tuesday it comes out, not this Tuesday, but the Tuesday it comes out.
I am like so excited for Firewatch. Firewatch looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be incredible.
Yes, Firewatch. Watch out for Firewatch. Yeah, you get that good story.
Volunteer fire lookout in the aftermath of the Yellowstone fires of 1988.
Yeah.
Everyone remembers that one.
Of course, man.
Well, it was a long time ago. Both of us weren't living at that time, but it was a pretty big fire. The largest wildfire in the recorded history of Yellowstone National Park.
Interesting stuff.
So we'll see where the story takes us from there. Seems pretty crazy.
We shall see.
I heard that the game only has about like 6 hours of gameplay. But that doesn't...
I heard 6 to 8, depending on how fast you play through it.
6 to 8. But it's no witness, okay?
There's no witness, but that's still a hell of a lot longer than Gone Home.
I don't know if there's a trophy in Firewatch where you can beat it in a minute.
No. Gone Home, like I said, I beat it in like 1 to 2 hours, my first playthrough. Not knowing what to do.
Did you still not get that trophy yet?
I never went back. Since I finished, I never went back and replayed it.
You can go do it right now.
Yeah, I can do it right now, live. Yeah, I can do it live. Turn on my webcam.
Turn it on real quick. Go get it.
Yeah, turn on my webcam. I can do it live. I can record it and then put it on like the Facebook or the Twitter. Like upload the clip, because it's a 1-minute clip of me beating Gone Home in a minute. I might do that. I might do it just to have some video content. Beat Gone Home in a minute. Like I get the trophy, and then upload the clip.
Mm-hmm.
I might do that. But yeah. So yeah. Trust me. After paying $20 for Gone Home, I am having no problem going to pay $20 for Firewatch, or $15 for Deep at the Sea. So
okay,
yeah. Like I said, I don't hate Gone Home. I did a whole impression of Gone Home like 2 episodes ago. You can check it out. I don't hate Gone Home. I'm just saying though. I'm just warning people: don't pay full price for it right now. I think wait, it'll be on sale soon enough. Very soon, because it's just, for $20 you're gonna play it one afternoon and you're gonna be done. But once it goes on sale, check it out, and then eventually it'll be free. I'm pretty sure that game's gonna be free at some point. But yeah, like I said, I talked all about Gone Home like 2 episodes ago. Check that out. But yeah, we're about maybe 10 minutes over the 1 hour mark, so I guess we can kind of wrap this up. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna see. Like I said, hopefully, maybe we can move, because we're getting to 50 episodes. Like I said, we're almost at 50 episodes, so maybe we can start expanding some more video content. Like I said, I'll try to start streaming the Division beta this week. Like I said, I might actually do the 1-minute Gone Home playthrough and upload it for you guys.
Will you commentate on it?
I don't know, because I feel like I might be talking really fast because I'm trying to hurry and do it in a minute.
But you gotta focus.
Gotta focus, I'll be running like, oh no, you gotta open this door, grab this thing, run down this hall, and then and not hesitate to get that 1 minute,
Does the beginning cutscene count?
Probably not. You gotta spin this one thing really fast so you can find this one thing that opens this one thing, and just we'll see. So like I said, that's some video content that should be coming up, maybe if I get to it. So yeah, and then like I said, we got it, and then so it's that video content. That's the summary. Video content hopefully coming, so we can span outward. Like I said, episode 50 is coming soon, so send us some viewer mail. We would love to have viewer mail, more of it
for the big 50.
Big 50. We did get viewer mail today, and we thank you. We thank you, Carmen, for sending in a viewer question. And like I said,
a very important one.
Very important one. That's a good one. No, it's good we brought up Firewatching, because I forgot. I didn't forget about the game. I just kind of forgot how soon it was coming. And now I'm excited again for it.
Sony should be too, since they don't even have pre-orders for it.
Yeah. So get those pre-orders going, Sony. So yeah, that's a great question. Steam. Yeah, but if you want to send questions, we encourage you to do so. There's many ways you can do it. You can message us directly at PSN, by Boys Double Is.
I'll see it right away.
Yeah, that's usually the best way to do is direct messaging. There's that. We have a Facebook fan page you can go check out. Just search the PSBS podcast. It should pop right up. You can go like it, comment it, and send messages on that. You can comment directly on the YouTube channel. You can message us on the YouTube channel. They got a little community thing we have on PSN you can go check out. We do have a Twitter now. You can search up PSBS. We are also on iTunes. You can't message us on iTunes, but you can go check us out on iTunes and listen to our MP3s. And our iTunes are, as always, brought to you by dayspace.com.
Mm-hmm. We can't forget him.
Yeah, Glitter, Glitter, Living Room Clutter, and... Character Crunch. No, I was mixing both of the names together for a second there.
Living Room Crunch.
Yeah. It's like Living Room Crunch. It'd be a podcast about cereal. That's what I picture it would be about. A whole podcast about cereal.
Like, talk about the Batman versus Superman cereal.
Yeah, the Batman versus Superman cereal. They can eat it on the podcast and compare.
See which one's better.
Or they do a game.
Taste test.
Do a taste test. Oh, do a game where you you eat some cereal and you eat it like really close to the mic and you just have to guess what cereal it is based on the crunching sound.
Oh God, I don't know if that's gonna be turn some people off if they have pet peeves of like hearing people eat.
Yeah, hearing people eat. Well, I mean, like if they're eating like Rice Krispies, that'd be easy because it's like lighter and you get that like popping sound, you know. So like that'd be like an easy one. Like Captain Crunch would be really crunchy, you know. Like
I don't know. Surprisingly, I don't have too much of a pet peeve of people eating with their mouths open, but I don't know if I want to like hear it right on my headphones.
hear the sound of crunching cereal.
Like, oh man, it's so relaxing. Like I can sleep to that.
Hopefully, our friends at Living Room Clutter actually hear this pitch and then they like do a spin-off episode of that, just a whole cereal podcast.
Oh, don't worry. I'll probably have Dave tweet me something about it.
Check it out. He'll love it. The cereal podcast. He'll just living room crunch. Yeah, that'd be great.
I'll throw him an idea. At that point, maybe he'll take it.
Yeah, that'd be great. Comparing, who has the best cereal mascot? Who in a fight between Captain Crunch and Count Chocula?
In Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, like Batman versus Superman. Just like they're cereal fighting. Yeah, but yeah, that's a great little pitch there. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, there's all that good stuff you can check out and message us and all that good stuff. But yeah. But with all that, this has been the PSBS Age of Blizzard Podcast, episode 48. I'm your host, CoTPS, and Bye Boys. My coach here is
Andrew Arenas, Doubleus. Everybody have a good week. Stay safe for whatever.
Yep. Go play Division.
There's a lot of dangers out there in the world.
Dangers. Stay out of the cold.
Be happy.
Be happy. Yeah. Go play your Division beta. Go play your Lego Avengers. All that stuff. And thanks for listening.
Stuff I wish I could be doing.
Stuff you should be doing. Yep.
Yeah.
But anyway, thanks for listening, and hopefully we'll see you guys next week.